If you are super short or extra tall, you have probably been the butt of a few jokes or unfortunate nicknames. Teasing aside, height can be a serious business when it comes to your health, and that's no tall tale. Kids seem to sprout quickly. Just ask any parent who has to keep buying new clothes months after months, years after years. People grow at their fastest rate as babies in the first year of life, adding about 10 inches to their height from birth to age 1. And after that, height increases somewhere steadily and eventually stops. So roughly you have 18 to 20 years to gain your full possible height, and after that you cannot expect a significant increase. In this period, some grow till 6 feet, even more than that. Some stop at 5 or even less than that. Talking about India, average height of male is about 5 feet 7 inches, while 6 feet has its own charm. For female, it is about 5.6 feet to 5.5 feet. But these values are only a representation to show the height of people living in a geographical region India. These values and standards change when demographics, climate, and geographical location changes. But if you are with a short suture and want to add few inches, there are some popular treatments available for you and also seem promising. Magnetic therapy, one of the most popular treatment available for short people. This therapy is a proven treatment for increasing bone length. But how? Let's analyze. According to this treatment, a magnetic belt is used to stimulate your pituitary gland, which causes the release of GnRH, which in turn causes increase in bone length. Other possible explanation could be that blood flow can be regulated using this belt, because our blood also has iron in form of Fe2+ and 3+ in RBCs, which gets attracted to a magnetic field. This one seems insignificant and illogical, because iron in your blood is not ferromagnetic like elemental iron is, meaning it doesn't form a permanent magnetic field or a strong attraction to a magnet. Iron in hemoglobin is not ferromagnetic but either paramagnetic or diamagnetic. Moving on. How can iron in your blood be in two different states? Well, because the iron in hemoglobin changes its electronic arrangements when it binds to oxygen, thereby changing the magnetic properties of the iron. This is because the job of hemoglobin is to bind and transport oxygen throughout the body, which it does quite well. But what if a magnet is really powerful? When people go through MRI scanners, there is no effect on their blood circulation, and it's almost as if no relation between magnetic field and blood flow. Well, the Gauss reading of a typical static magnet is around 800 to 1200 Gauss, while magnets used in MRI scanners run between 20,000 to 70,000 Gauss. So the idea that you can alter or redirect the RBCs with a magnet is a no. However, there are other cures available for this therapy, and one of them is pain reduction. But the studies suggest that it's not purely applicable to each and every individual, because the results show a wide range. According to 29 clinical studies done by Canadian Medical Association, no evidence was found regarding the pain reduction, meaning it's just a placebo effect and no magnetic fields are involved in it, which means people experience a benefit after the administration of an inactive lookalike substance or treatment which has no medical effects. This was too much of a data and research stuff. Let's see a fun fact. Do you know Dutch men and women are world's tallest people with average male height of 6 feet and women being 5.7 feet. The world's shortest people, by the way, hail from Indonesia, Bolivia and Philippines with an average height of just above 5 feet and 4 inches. If you are interested in knowing why height stops increasing after a certain age, then here's the reason. After 18 years, in most cases, the growth plates in your spine, also known as epiphyseal plates located at the end of your vertebral body, a person is tall due to the lengthening of long bones which grow when they are still active or open. When a person is near the puberty, the growth plates close and ossification occurs, and now there is no more cartilage present. As a result, growth of the bone stops. It is commonly believed that certain activities like hanging, climbing or swimming can increase a person's height, but unfortunately these are mere claims and there is no solid evidence available to prove such claims. So the question of the day is, can you grow even after 21 years? Scientifically speaking, it's not possible. Even if proper hormonal treatment is taken, mere introduction of growth hormone cannot show magical results. Reason being, growth hormone doesn't directly increase your height. Growth hormone first acts on liver and somatomedins are produced in response to growth hormone. Somatomedins cause cell differentiation and eventually ossification occurs and bone elongates. After a particular age, liver stops producing somatomedin, so growth hormone becomes irrelevant for bone elongation and height stops increasing.
Just like your weight fluctuates throughout the day, your height can too. You are tallest when you wake up, and you may be as much as 1 centimeter short by the day's end. The disc in your spine gets compressed from being upright all day. As you sleep, your spine decompresses and you regain the lost length. To conclude, height is dependent on various factors from demographics to genes. Growth hormone doesn't play a significant role in bone elongation if puberty is achieved. Magnetic therapy is not more than a placebo effect. Exercising only causes growth hormone release, that too in an insignificant quantity, which will not work if epiphyseal plates are closed. So, how to identify if a medical treatment is genuine or not? If a medical treatment is effective under same condition, it would show consistent results. This is how medical treatments are discovered and approved through repetitive testing. So, is there any solution possible for short people? The answer may vary from person to person. But if we talk about a healthy body growth and not only in terms of height, good food intake plus healthy lifestyle and a good contribution of genes leads to a perfect growth, and one should be always satisfied with it.